Welcome back everyone to a brand new video. In today's video I am going to go very quickly, so I hope you can keep up. This is just going to be a quick video talking about all the cars that we have in GTA currently and the 2 cars that are yet to come. Now, starting off, we have this Warrener HKS or HKR, I can't exactly remember the name of it, but we've had this for quite a while now and it's not been too bad. My personal experience with it, I've had a bit of fun with it. I did get bored a few days later though, so if you're looking for something that you're going to have fun with, I wouldn't advise this one. Moving swiftly on to the next one, we have the something. I'm going to go with the RX-7. We'll go with the RX-7. Just keeps it simple. The RX-7 is a very nice car, I would say. Customization-wise, it is really good. I have made 2 separate builds. I've made a very clean build, which was like white with the Blossom livery on it, and it was really, really nice. I also made a track version, which was like a deep blue, and it had like the black shopping list on and a bunch of air on it. It looked really nice. I have since gotten rid of the track version, simply because that's on Xbox and I'm on PC. Moving on to the next one, we have the Lexus. This one has been out recently. I think this one came out last week or the week before that, one of the two. But this one, from personal experience, has had really good handling. I've enjoyed this car. It still has like a lack of speed around the corners. So if you're looking for something that's going to be good in the races, I wouldn't exactly advise this one. It is nice looking. It does have a crazy amount of customization, but it just struggles around the corners with speed. Next we have the Tailgater, which has also been with us for quite a while. This has been with us since the release of the update, and you have the ability to drive it in the contracts with Sessa's car. If you do want to try that, then please go ahead and get the contracts. Other than that, this is actually a pretty decent car. Speed-wise, it is very fucking fast. It can do upwards of like 130 miles an hour, which might not sound too fast, but for a car like this, it is pretty damn fast. It is only a 3-door though, so you can't fit anyone in the... Never mind, I must correct myself. It is a 5-door, so you can fit people in the back. So if you want to have like friends in or whatever, you can take 4 people in this car, and it will just be a really, really fun car. Moving on to the next one, we have the S2K. Now this car, I think, has also been in the game since the release of the update. I wouldn't say it's good, but I wouldn't say it's bad. And the reason for that is because, yes, it has okay-ish speed, but the traction just isn't there. It does have a somewhat good launch, just a lot of wheel spin. So I wouldn't advise, if you're doing a track build, I wouldn't say use this car. Then we have the Remus. I do remember this one, based on like an S13, I do believe. This car, I would have to say, is my favorite out of the group. Like all of these cars here, we do have all of these cars. Even the unreleased ones, we do. I will get to those in a minute. But this one, I would have to say, is the best out of all 17 cars. Customization-wise, it looks amazing. I've made mine into like a very sleek salmon pink one. It's like a mix between a cruising car and a drift car. It just looks amazing. Now, if I can get that car for you, I will show you that. I don't think I can get the car from here, because it's like the airport and whatnot, and it likes to be buggy and whatnot. Moving on to the next one though, we have the Jester RR. This one's based on a 2020 Mark V Supra. Some people will argue that it's a BMW. I'm just going to go for Supra for the sake of the video. This car, looks-wise, it does look very iconic to the original IRL Supra. I wouldn't say the original, the Mark V Supra. The back especially, the lights are on point. The front obviously has been changed just a bit for copyright reasons, but other than that, this car is actually very fast. It can put the traction down in some corners, especially in drags. I can also show that off in a minute if people really want me to. I probably will do that. But there are plenty of times where I can do more videos based on this car, so if you do want to see that, please let me know in the comments below, and I will go into detail on every single car here. Now we'll move on to this one. This is the Previon. This is actually an unreleased car. It is a V8 with rear-wheel drive. It is actually a very fast car. I was surprised to try it earlier before I started this video, and Christ, this thing's fast. It sounds really nice as well. If I can get in it really quick. The startup doesn't sound promising, but if I was to... It does sound similar to the Obey like 8F, which is a little disappointing. As you can see there, it is great through the corners. It does sound amazing though, so I will just let you listen. Alright, but we will move swiftly onto the next car if I can just head back really quickly. Where are we? Okay, so let's just park this up real quick. Stick that in there. And we can move on to the next car. Here we have the second unreleased car. So these two will come out in the next week. I do believe that it is the M2 coming out next week, and then it'll be the Previon last. It could be the other way around. I wouldn't go based off what I'm saying. I could be entirely wrong. The way you can tell which car is going to come out next, though, is if you go to the LS car meet, you will see one of the unreleased cars that is like you can test drive it. So I haven't been yet, even though we're on. Yeah, we've only just gone over, so that was yesterday. I haven't gone over yet, so one of these cars could be in the LS car meet, and that will determine which car comes out next Thursday. So be on the lookout for that, and it will determine which one. I do believe it is the M2 though, and then it will be the Previon. I'm not sure what the Previon is IRL, but I do know that this is a BMW M2 Competizione, or competition. It's one of the two. Don't wrap me out on that. I really don't know myself, but I do know it is a BMW M2. This car, looks wise, is absolutely spot on. It does sound not too bad. I would say cornering, like, it does do better than the Lexus over here. This one here. That one. But it does have like a similar thing where it struggles through the corners. So if I was to take this corner really quick, I'm putting my foot flat to the floor, and then if I straighten out, it does start to pick up a bit. But this, I do believe, will come out next week. It does look like a very, very nice car. The exterior is very nice, especially the front of it. The hood is very similar. The front is very similar. The interior, I would say, is just another copied interior. I don't exactly know which car this is from, but maybe you'll know. We will move on to the next car, though, and that is the Futo GTX, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably not. I've probably butchered that name entirely. But it is another version of the Futo. You might have seen this as the Tofu Boy car. There is actually there's actually a livery based on that anime, which is really, really cool to see. This car is very, very customization wise, it is on point. There is quite a bit of customization. It does have a little more customization compared to the regular Futo, but a lot of it is just pulled over from the old Futo and put onto this car, which is slightly disappointing, but we do have new bits and bobs over there. Moving on to the Euros then, we have this 370Z. Very nice car, I would say. I haven't actually bought it myself. I probably won't buy it. It's just not for me. Looks wise, I don't really find it appealing. I've test drove it. I've test drove it. It wasn't exactly the fastest, so I think this is one of the cars I will not be buying. Moving on though to the two Dominators that we have, the 69 Mustang and the 2001 Mustang. Now, this 69 Mustang right here is, I think we already have one in the game, the Vapid Ellie, which that is the closest we've had so far. Fuck off, Lester. This one is pretty much identical to the other ones, like the IRL car, should I say. This car, driving wise, I haven't had much experience. Let's just turn that off. The idling does sound very nice, but it does sound very pulled over compared to other cars, like the Gauntlet Classic. We do have a new engine sound, though, I do believe, for this car. Obviously, with it being rear-wheel drive, it does like to spin out. But it can pull a wheelie stock as well. Okay, wow. Obviously, I did a poor A poor version of that, but that is pretty impressive actually to see that it's able to wheelie like completely stock. We also have this Dominator here. If I can get over it, that'd be a great start. This one, I have done a video on this car. Absolutely amazing. It is, it blew me away. I love this car so bloody much. I bought this car, I have this car, it's in my auto shop, and it's absolutely amazing. Here we have the two Porsches that we have in the game, the S2 and the Growler. If you're British, you will know the joke with the Growler, because of the Fister Growler. Yeah, if you get that, then you know. But this car is actually very nice. Speed-wise, not too bad, not too bad. I will say that, 140-ish miles an hour. Customization, this thing has crazy customization. Now, I think I will get into a few videos later on about these three cars, because I think quite a few people have already done these cars. The S2 is obviously a very fast car. Speed-wise, it does like, I think 160 something miles an hour. It's insane. There is actually like a big debate between the Celica and the 911 GT. I can't remember what the car is. 991, I think it is. The Porsche 991. There's obviously the Celica, and then we have this car already, which is actually disappointing. The only difference about this car is a few new liveries, and it has a wide body kit. Not an actual wide body kit, it just has wider fenders. So, it's a little disappointing, I will say. Out of all the cars, like I've said, the Remus is my favourite. Out of the two unreleased cars, I would have to go with the M2. That thing is absolutely amazing. I've had a go with it. It's just an all-round fun car. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like on, down below. If you want to see me go into detail about any of these cars here, I can go through now, like all of these here. Two of them that are unreleased, the two in the middle, and then we have all the other cars that are unreleased. All of the other cars that are released. If you want me to go into detail about any single car here, please do let me know in the comments below, and I will get to you as soon as possible. That's all from me today. Hopefully, this just gives you a little introduction of what is to come and what has happened. But yeah, I shall see you all in the next video, and that's it. Bye bye.